Offensive struggles have continued for Sun Devil Hoops, but they might be able to build on some of their defensive performances.
There's also been some low scores out on the links with ASU Golf.
And there's breaking news from Sun Devil Football on this week's edition of Cronkite Sports Live.
Well, it's a lot warmer here in Phoenix, Arizona than it was last weekend in Mankato, Minnesota. This is Matt Venezia with Ethan Ryder. Ethan, excited to be here at the desk with you. What do we have today on Cronkite Sports Live?
Yeah, first up, we're going to go to Sun Devil Hoops. We'll get some highlights for you as they took on Isaiah Mobley and USC at Desert Financial Arena. Jalen Graham and DJ Horn have been the hot sparks for ASU recently. One of them continued, one of them didn't. But it was a block party in Tempe. Jalen Graham there swatting that one away. And then we're going to have Alonzo Gaffney and Enoch Boache on kind of a team-by-team basis. Both got a little bit of the ball and swatted it away. Gaffney can't grab this rebound, but it did not matter. The block party, the invite was sent and accepted. Get out of here. 11 total blocks on the game for ASU. Held USC to only 30% shooting, a season low for the Trojans. Kamani Lawrence on the offensive end gets the bucket to go after some fancy footwork. And then here he is again with a little bit of a floater touch. And he scored again. They got him in the post a couple times once USC went to the zone, but they struggled against the zone other than that. Isaiah Mobley from downtown, he's a star for the Trojans, struggled early on, but hit some big shots late, including that three. Jalen Graham had the answer, though. He's been on fire, and it has not stopped. Bucket and the foul to give ASU the lead, and it's a tie ball game here, but Jay Heath gets a little too excited, fouls Boogie Ellis, who goes to the free throw line and makes both free throws, and USC will hold on to that lead. The exclamation point from Ellis, I want to go higher, slams it home. 58-53 win for the Trojans. ASU falls to 6-13 on the season. Here's Bobby Hurley on the offensive struggles.
Again, it was there for us to be taken. 30% we held them to for the game, so we did our work on the defensive end. We just didn't get enough offense when they shifted the zone, and that was really 40-32, and we eventually got the ball in the high post to Kamani some, and then that improved our offense versus the zone. But we had that little 2-3 minute period where we could have got a lot of separation, and we didn't do it.
ASU did not get that separation, but we bring in WCSN basketball reporter Jake Seymour to talk a little bit about some Sun Devil hoops, a little bit of the specifics. So USC, ASU both didn't have a very good shooting performance. Why do you think that was?
Ethan, it's funny you mentioned that because USC entered Tempe as one of the hottest teams on the offensive side of the floor, but it just wasn't their night on the offensive end. You come in and you look at it, and USC took over 60 attempts, but was only able to shoot 30% from the field. And same thing on the flip side. Arizona State, a team that would hope to take advantage of that struggle on the offensive end, only came out and shot 32.8% from the field. And the star of the game was Jalen Graham. If you take a look, 19 points on 64.3% from the field. And this was the sunshine in the darkness for Arizona State. He got everything done for the Sun Devils. And 5 of the last 6 games he's played in, he's had double-digit points, and he's been the star for this team so far.
He's been hot, and now the number 3 UCLA Bruins coming to town on Saturday. What can we expect from Coach Mick Cronin and his squad?
Well, UCLA's coming off the loss to U of A in Tucson, and they had that huge jump in the national rankings. They went from number 7 to number 3, and Johnny Juzang was the star player on that team. Just a few weeks ago, he had 28 points against Utah, and he's an explosive offensive player. About his game, he can shoot anywhere, whether it's on the wing behind the arc or it's getting to the basket and getting in transition and finding a way to the basket. He's an explosive player, and the key to the Sun Devils' victory will be limiting him on the offensive end and making it up for on the defensive end.
All right, and now to finish off this homestand, ASU takes on rivals Arizona at home on Monday. Struggled in the last meeting. They played pretty well, but offensively couldn't get it going. What do they have to change to get that win?
Well, Ethan, it's a territorial cup. Everyone loves it. And it's the rivalry that really makes this game, right? And going back to last Saturday, you look at it, and Arizona, they didn't have a good offensive game. They're a team that's known to shoot the ball really well in the nation, and they had one of their horrible performances behind the arc and inside the arc. And it was free throws that really kept them into the game, but it was a tale of two halves. In the second half, Arizona really took over and the 4 beasts really started to take over and find their rhythm into this game. It was also the free throw differential, 26-32 for Arizona in the game, and Arizona State 8-15. It was really the free throw differential that kept Arizona within striking distance and ultimately took away.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it's going to get scheduled not getting any easier. They're going to have to play strong defense, as they have against some of the better teams this season, but the offense is going to have to pick it up if the team is to make anything out of this season.
We're going to stay with hoops, but this is Charlie Turner Thorne's squad. After resuming conference play with a close win over Colorado, ASU women's basketball has dropped its last 3 Pac-12 games, all by at least 9 points. The conference action keeps on coming as the ladies have a few home games at Desert Financial this weekend and to try and get back on track. Our team of reporters dive into the latest for the Sun Devils this season.
Matt, thanks. Since returning from a COVID-19-induced hiatus, Arizona State has seen repeated offensive struggles to start their games. Since the return, the Devils are averaging just over 7 points in the first quarter, which includes 2 separate outings that saw ASU only score 4 points in the opening frame. That mark is a significant step backwards for an ASU squad that averaged 16.5 points during their opening quarters in its first 13 games of the season. Simply put, the struggles can be traced back to 2 pillars of the game, shooting and rebounding. When it comes to shooting the basketball, ASU's put up some less than ideal numbers, hitting on just 32% of its shots from the floor and only 13% of its shots from behind the arc. It also doesn't help that the Devils aren't following up their misses, grabbing just 8 offensive rebounds on their way to being out-rebounded 43-28 by their opponents in the first quarter. The combination of not being able to hit their looks and losing the battle on the glass has accounted for Arizona State starting these games slow. However, their ability to turn defense into offense and control the tempo has kept them in games despite those starts. For more on that, I'll send it over to Eli Gross.
Thanks, Kevin. And though this team may find struggles in the early course of their games, they have been successful when they can control the tempo. When ASU lets its defense lead to its offense, the Sun Devils have seen positive outcomes. When focused on active hands and hustle, the Sun Devils are consistently breaking down the opposition. They are 6-1 when they have out-rebounded their opponent, and 6 of their 9 wins have come when they have won the turnover battle. Boards and turnovers, those lead to fast breaks, which is where ASU has been lethal. Players like Jaden Simmons and Miles Giles, who lead the team in forced turnovers, need to be more aggressive to sway the end result of these upcoming games. They could take advantage of a team like Oregon State, who is currently bottom 2 in the turnover margin in the Pac-12. The more havoc Simmons and Giles cause on the defensive side of the ball, the more successful this ASU team can be. Head coach Charlie Turner Thorne has said that the team's defense has been all or none at times, and when the defense gives their all, they win games. Arizona State has a chance to prove themselves this weekend, so let's take you to Jack Pearson, who has more on the upcoming games in Tempe.
Appreciate it, Eli. I'm here outside of Desert Financial Arena where in just a few hours Oregon State will come into Tempe to play the Sun Devils. What can the Sun Devils do to be successful in this all-important upcoming weekend? Well, for one, they need to shoot the three-point shot better. They've shot under 30% in their last 3 games. Also, their half-court offense, they've struggled to really find a way to break down the defense and get open looks. And like I mentioned earlier, they're not knocking down their shots in the first place. And finally, I think they need to go back and rely on their senior leader, Taya Hansen. Taya Hansen went 1 of 11 last game against Oregon. She has to be better. She was the leading scorer last season for ASU, and tonight she has to do better. Now, back to you guys in the studio.
Season to say the least for Sun Devil football. ASU is still dealing with the aftermath of the NCAA investigations going on with the program right now currently, and that has resulted in 5 of 10 assistant coaches on Herm Edwards' staff having resigned or been fired, including defensive and recruiting coordinator Antonio Pierce, who joined the ongoing list Wednesday when he submitted his letter of resignation on National Signing Day. Nonetheless, the ongoing investigation into what's happening in Tempe is affecting those here, as well as potential new Sun Devils. According to 24/7 Sports, Arizona State has the 105th ranked 2022 recruiting class. That is the worst ever in program history. The class consists of 11 players, 8 of whom are transfers, with the most notable player being 4-star running back Tevin White. On a brighter note involving those still here with the football program, left guard Ladarius Henderson took a unique path that led him to Tempe. Reporter Jonah Krell met with Henderson and has more on his story.
Here at Sun Devil Stadium, starting left guard Ladarius Henderson is known for pancaking defensive linemen and providing a strong leadership presence on the field. But that's quite the typical story, and Henderson's is the exact opposite. The junior admits that he shouldn't even be at ASU in the first place, yet he was able to walk through several open doors to get here. all because of God.
And then with every coach that I've had, with Cav, with guys I trained with in the off season, the connections I've had, like I don't feel like those are things that I just did myself. Like I feel like that's definitely divine intervention for me, and that's why I feel like I have to do something with this that God is calling me to do because He's done so much for me.
Henderson has done plenty with this opportunity, making possibly just as great of an impact off the field as on through his faith. In fact, one of his teammates called his off-the-field activities inspiring. You can find out why by reading my full article on Cronkitesports.com. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you, Jonah. If you haven't read Jonah's article, everyone here at WCSN suggests you do. It's a special story from a special reporter and can be found in its entirety at Cronkitesports.com. ASU Wrestling is currently taking on number 17 Stanford at Desert Financial Arena. We are told they're currently leading 18-3, and I'm also told that Ja'Cory Teamer celebrated his victory with a stanky leg celebration. But I can tell you for a fact he did not do a stanky leg earlier this week when I had the chance to catch up with him. So take a look at this time when he's talking about this season and a hidden talent of his. Welcome into another edition of Cronkite Sports Sun Devil Sit Down. I'm Ethan Ryder today. I'm joined by Sun Devil wrestler Ja'Cory Teamer. Ja'Cory, just to talk about you a little bit, when you go on your Instagram, if someone's looking at you, wants to see you as a wrestler, as a person, instead of athlete in your bio, it says chef. Is there any meaning behind that?
Other than I'm a great cook, I like cooking up some new technique, always keep my opponents guessing, so I'm just always creating something new, cooking up.
What kind of food do you make? Are you like would you call yourself an exquisite chef?
I'm definitely gourmet, Italian, you know.
What's your favorite dish?
Chicken parm. I make the best chicken parm. I love a good chicken parm from anywhere.
Makes the best chicken parm in Tempe. Looking through your Twitter, keeping it social media, look through your tweets, there's one that said, my circle's so small, it's like a Cheerio. Is there anything behind that? Do you like Cheerios? What was the reason behind that tweet?
I love Cheerios for sure. Need a sponsor from them. But other than that, I don't have that many friends, you know. I keep my friends small, and it's a tight group, you know, just a wrestling team.
All right, and so you like Cheerios. I'm sure ASU wrestling fans have liked what you've been doing on the mat this year. You're undefeated. What do you think allows you to be that successful?
Just my preparation. The coaches, my teammates do well, get me ready for the weekend, and I always feel great going out there and prepared.
Turning over to the team as a whole, as ASU Wrestling, you guys started off a little shaky, but so far you've gotten 3 straight wins on the bounce, 3 undefeated now in Pac-12. Has there been anything different that's allowed that kind of change of momentum?
We got hit by COVID pretty bad. We had a couple injuries, a couple people go wrestle overseas, so those losses, we got them back when we had a full lineup. Actually, we didn't have a full lineup last week, but we still got the job done. But when everyone's together, we're just on a whole nother level.
There's been Pac-12 championships. There's been goals of NCAA championships. What's it looking like this year as a team? Just what are your expectations heading into the rest of the season?
We're not worried about the losses that we took. We still know that we're capable of winning a national championship, and that's still the goal. Individual national championship and a team national championship. Nothing beats that.
Yeah, and in terms of yourself, what do you think you need to do anything differently than what you've done in the past to get to those goals?
I'm just working on constantly improving my technique, my strength, my conditioning, and yeah, I'll get the job done when I need to.
Improving, and as you said, you're cooking up some new techniques, so we'll see what you can cook up for the rest of the season. Thank you for taking time out of your day, Ja'Cory. That's Ja'Cory Teamer. I'm Ethan Ryder, and that was another Cronkite Sports Sun Devil Sit Down.
That's some pretty good wrestling stuff there with Ethan Ryder. Thank you for that. We're going to go over to the links with the #1 ranked Sun Devil golf team, as ASU is currently defending its top positioning at Hapuna Golf Club at the Amare Invitational in Kahalo Coast, Hawaii. We have first round highlights from yesterday's opening round as the Sun Devils take it on here to the links. As we take you here to hole number 9, this is Preston Summerhays with a long putt here for birdie. He's going to get it to go. Preston, we have a lot of highlights of him specifically, so stay tuned for more of him. He had a great round for ASU yesterday. Here's Preston again on the 11th hole, the beautiful 550-yard par 5, and his approach shot here with the wedge is going to bounce to just a few feet next to the cup. And you guessed it, Preston's going to be coming up here for his birdie finish, and he's going to knock that one down. A 3-footer there for Summerhays. Now we take you out to 15. This is Cameron Sisk. He shot a 68, a 4-under-68 for Arizona State. Look at that long birdie as he walks that one in beautifully for ASU. A lot of contributions all over the course for the Sun Devils. This is the third hole here for Mason Anderson, and we have a lot of him coming. Short birdie putt here. He makes it 7 on the day, and he led everybody individually with a 65 in the first round. This is the 5th hole. Preston Summerhays again with the birdie. He finished with a 6-under-66 for Arizona State yesterday in Hawaii, and we're going to end it here with Preston knocking down his 8th birdie of the day. And currently the Sun Devils 7 under today in round 2. Things looking good over there in Hawaii.
After having a meet against Kentucky canceled earlier this season because of a COVID outbreak, ASU Gymnastics had its first meet at home in Desert Financial Arena. Artia Reed updates us on how they performed and looks forward to the start gymnast ASU will face when they take on their next opponent this weekend.
Thanks, Ethan. After earning their first win of the season, the 21st ranked Arizona State Gym Devils will now head to Corvallis, Oregon to take on number 13 Oregon State on Saturday. Boasting a 4-1 record, OSU will be looking to recover from its first loss of the season at Cal. Through the first 4 weeks, the Beavers have faced inconsistencies except for 2020 Olympic gold medalist and Oregon State freshman Jade Carey. In 3 tries at the all-around, Carey has yet to score below a 9.9 on any of the 4 events. She is currently ranked nationally in the top 5 for 3 out of 4 events and sits at 2nd in the all-around. And just her second collegiate meet, Carey shattered the Oregon State all-around record with a score of 39.8. Despite not even being halfway through the season, Carey is racking up plenty of hardware to display next to her gold medal, as she's already won a Pac-12 Gymnast of the Week award and 2 Pac-12 Freshman or Newcomer of the Week awards in back-to-back meets. Seeing as how ASU has only hit 3 9.9 routines this season, with decreasing team scores in each competition, Hannah Sharp and company will certainly face pressure to perform at Gill Coliseum Saturday night. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much, Tia, for all of that. You can see more of her content with ASU Gymnastics on Cronkitesports.com. Now we're going to go over to the ice as ASU failed to capitalize on a rather crucial opportunity last weekend up north in Mankato, Minnesota against the number 1 ranked Minnesota State Mavericks, as they have been very good in the pairwise rankings this season. While ASU was swept, it did hold its own against a college hockey powerhouse thanks to Scottsdale native and top point producer Josh Stone and some heroic saves by transfer goaltender Ben Cross. Now with less than ideal odds to still make the tournament, ASU is currently on the outside looking in. Arizona State has 6 games remaining against the 2 other independent college hockey programs, with Alaska Fairbanks up next in Tempe later this evening. Winning out still may not be enough for head coach Greg Powers and his team to qualify for the tournament, as the Sun Devils are going to need some help from other programs. Ahead of tonight's puck drop, the team is aware of what needs to happen.
So until the season's over, we're still believing in ourselves and believing there's a chance to make the tournament. So there's never a time to give in, but I think the next couple games are really important for us as a program and organization. We have 4 home games left in Oceanside, and as a part of the young crew, we've been brought in to play in a special rink that was kind of the alumni set forward to us. So I think to close out, we want to win all 4 games at home to finish the season and kind of ride off Oceanside into the happy sunset. So just looking forward to those games too.
A little bit different from the ice to the water. Let's get some water polo highlights at Mona Plummer Aquatic Center. Arizona State taking on LMU in Tempe. Early on, this is the lead. Arizona State were 7-8 on the weekend at these, and they were 3-4 in this game. Particularly, Amira Van Buren is able to get the first goal, the captain for ASU, and then LMU is able to tie it up from Anna Gerber, but ASU come the other way at 7-5. Abby Begg rifles that one into the top-hand corner on the near side to make it 9-5 to ASU. But look at this. This is the goal of the game without a doubt. Alba Olive Marti with the no-look goal, and it's 10-5 to ASU. But LMU trying to get back in the game. It's 13-6. Molly Williams is able to skip it into the back of the net, and now it's only a 13-7 ASU lead. Now, after she swims her way with that celebration, ASU are still up 16-9. We're in the 4th quarter, kind of a last push here for LMU. It's saved, and ASU end up to go on for the win, sweep the weekend, and an 18-10 victory for water polo.
Some pretty cool plays there. We're going to go to the best of them all. Here's top plays. Number 5 comes from Mankato last weekend. Ben Cross is going to show off the flexibility. Look at that stretch and the commotion after that right in the crease. Here's it one more time. Goaltender Ben Cross flexing out the left toe, and he rejects the puck.
Cross blocking with his pad, and it's block party in Desert Financial Arena with the hands. There's a block party, and the invite was sent and accepted. Get out of here. Do not go in there. Enoch Boache sends it to the first row. Such a good block. Someone in the stands was holding up Canada's finest sign for him.
We're going to keep it with basketball. Here's number 3, Jade Lavelle and the Sun Devils. Currently, you see they're getting pretty beat down by Stanford, but look at this pass here over to Lavelle. She's going to take this jump shot and knock down her 1,000th career point for the Sun Devils.
We had Enoch Boache, another Canadian, Hannah Sharp, all-around gymnast for ASU, with a double pike, lands it. Little bit of pizzazz at the end of it, and Arizona State go on to win their first meet of the season, this time in their first home meet as well. Hannah Sharp getting it done for the Sun Devils.
Pretty exciting stuff, but this is the best of them all. We're going to take you to the mats at DFA. This is Anthony Valencia wrestling at 165. Look at that move. We had to look it up and see what that's called. That's a flying squirrel to get inside positioning on the OSU wrestler there. We're going to see it one more time. Wow, good position there. The Sun Devils would go on to win 20-17.
That is an impressive move from Anthony Valencia, and we hope that you guys enjoyed what we thought was an impressive show. Thanks to everyone here. Thanks to Matt, Venezia, and everyone in the studio helping us make this possible. But for now, we'll see you guys next time.